Hi and welcome everyone. This is the Hobo Prepper and I am Friar Tuck. Okay, so we have some interesting stuff going on. They have literally clamped down on the whole on all of this forest area, like over here, over here, over here, over here. Okay, so everywhere where the homeless have been sleeping for years, okay, they have finally decided to clamp down and evict everybody all at once. If you don't move when they say you move, then you get an eviction, or not an eviction, you get trespassed. So I'm going to be talking about that today, and I want to, if you're homeless or if you are going to get caught in some sort of situation where you're going to actually lose your place, this is an important video for you. So before I get into that, though, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. You know, I am the Hobo Prepper, so I'm not only homeless, but a prepper and a nomad. So I travel on a bike, and if you want to come along for the journey and the experience, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay, so what's going on here? So if you guys have noticed, those of you that have been following me for a while, when I walked down the fence line over the last few videos, you have probably seen me, you've seen the new signs that they posted. Okay, those are no trespassing signs. So there is something in the Constitution, and by de facto, the state is required to adopt the same parts of the Constitution as they would as the federal Constitution. It was part of becoming a republic state within the Union called the United States of America. Okay, and so within this document, there is a clause that says that Congress cannot impose any law ex post facto. Now, what does that mean? That is Latin for after the fact. So let me use this as a perfect example. So we've been staying here. This used to be an old Dignity Village where it used to be a homeless encampment, and still, I guess it still belongs to the city of Gainesville. Not sure who it actually belongs to. I will find out shortly. However, people have been staying here before they posted those no trespassing signs. So now they're trying to enforce those no trespassing signs. Oh, well, we gave you a grace period. No, it has nothing to do with the grace period. We were already here before you posted those. So you're trying to impose a law impose something after the fact of people being here. So it's not that they have no process to be able to get us out of here. It's just that they have to use a different process. So what they did, and let me show it to you here. It'll take me just a second to pull it out of my sorry guys about this. Okay, so what they did, and just to kind of give you an idea of what it is that they gave us here, okay, just to read it to you, it says, if it will stop being windy, it says this, come on. It says this serves as formal communication that you do not have authorization to enter or remain on this fence posted area, City of Gainesville property. So it does belong to the City of Gainesville, and are in violation of Florida State Statute 810.09, trespass on property other than structure or conveyance. You must vacate this area by Monday, 2/13/2023. Any vehicles left will be towed, and all property left will be considered abandoned. If you refuse to vacate and remain on the grounds, you may be subject to arrest for violation of Florida State Statute 810.09. Grace outreach resources are available by calling, and then they leave the phone number. Okay. So that is the notice, because I told Puckett, unless you get something formal, unless you get something that's in writing, it's all hearsay. If somebody comes up and says, well, you need to move, there's no trespassing, well, you know, it's got to be, you've got to, oh, here comes one of the officers. So if you know, you have to have something formal. Now, under the 14th Amendment, you are required to have what is called due process, okay? And with due process, it is something that's actually important. So I'll let him pass by. Yes, sir? Oh, no, I was just waving, saying hi. Yeah, I'm doing a YouTube video. Yeah, nice to meet you. Okay. Okay, so that was one of the cops coming through. Okay, he thought I needed him. I didn't. No, but I gotta say the city of Gainesville police are actually pretty decent here. What I will tell you though is under the 14th Amendment, you are required to have due process, and due process is supposed to be done in a certain way. So what they have to do is a formal communication. That's not notice. They need to give you a notice to vacate, which is a proper legal term to be able to vacate the property. Okay, and that's one thing that they haven't done. Sorry, he's going by. And so that's one thing that has to be done. Now, see, because they posted these signs after the fact, technically what they're required to do is they are required to what's the word? They're required to follow due process, which means they give you a notice to vacate. Okay, then in that notice you have the right to dispute that vacation. Okay, because they didn't post the trespassing signs until way after the fact that we were here. So now to pretend that the law actually needs to be imposed, as if all of a sudden this new law now it applies. No, you have to let the old remnants. So anybody new that comes here after those signs are posted are now bound by it. But anybody that was already here technically is not bound by it. The only way that you can get them out is through what's called a notice to vacate, which is following due process. So they'll give you a 72-hour notice to vacate, sometimes a 96-hour if it's depends upon what it is. Sometimes depending upon your state laws, they may require a minimum of 30 days to vacate. Okay, so you have police officers that are coming by giving verbal notice. Oh, well, we're going to come in, we're going to do this. Well, you know what? They're not following due process because they haven't given you anything in writing. A police officer is there he's an officer of the court. His job there is to enforce and to bring offenders before the court so that the court can process the claim and decide if a crime has been committed or not. Okay? So I'm hoping that you guys are following here. And so technically, these guys should have given a 30-day notice, not anything verbal, must all be in writing, must say notice at the top. Okay, this is part of civil procedure, and this is also part of due process. And so once they give you notice, okay, and then if you don't respond, because they're supposed to give you an opportunity to cure or a way to be able to respond, to be able to dispute the claim that's being made against you. And see, that's what we're being denied here. We're being told to move, even though there was nothing that said no trespassing. And this has been traditionally a homeless encampment for quite some time. That they should have, in a lot of ways, these guys should have shouldn't be doing what they're doing. Okay, and this is what's happening to the homeless. And like if somebody decided, well, I want to dispute it, and they have a general argument, which that would be my general argument, which is well, this was Dignity Village, so this has been traditionally a place where the homeless as an overflow because there's not enough beds, and even the police are complaining about it. Because I had a nice 30-minute conversation with Officer Ryan, who you probably saw in the as the thumbnail, because that's what I'm using. He was a very decent human being, and as far as being an officer, I really think that he did his job. Okay, he was civil, he was cordial. He's not looking to take anyone to jail unless you're stupid. Now, I will tell you that as society degenerates, as things happen, because I even asked him, I'm like, well, you realize that the bottom 30% of society is going to be coming out here. What are you guys going to do with the overflow? Just because you make it illegal for us to sleep doesn't mean that you've ended homelessness. So how are you going to resolve this? He's like, well, I agree with you, but here's my counter. And so him and I had a nice conversation. And one of the things that he explained to me that I think makes really good sense. And so as you see, this is they're doing cleanup around here. Is that one of the things that keeps bringing them out? The reason why they're pushing the homeless out is because of all of the trash. Okay, but you got to realize, like, most of these people that have come out and become homeless for the first time, they don't understand how to live outside. They don't understand how to be clean. And then they get the wrong thing, and then they get into the drug world, and then they just kind of like, I don't care. Okay, and in certain ways, because these people are trashing the area, it makes it very hard for those of us that actually keep our stuff together to be able to function. This is why, like, you like the local homeless, the ones that live there, year in and year out, those guys are generally the ones who keep their area clean. It's the traveling hobos, the ones that they're just coming through an area, they don't care. But if you keep an area clean, then it's just one less thing to draw attention to yourself. And it's also considered a health hazard, which they can use that as a way to be able to move you along. And so the homeless in some ways are being their own worst enemy. Also, the fact that you've got, they're telling us that like 90% of their resources are dedicated to coming out here to Grace. Why are they coming out here to Grace? Because you got people stabbing people. You've got people beating people up. Every crime known to man is being done here on a regular basis, not a daily basis, but a regular basis, to where the police, in their frustration and trying to get this all fixed, well, they're just like, let's just move them down the road by making them absolutely uncomfortable. But the thing is that's not a solution. That's retaliation. That's malicious, and it's inhumane in a lot of ways to your fellow man, because instead of sitting there trying to run them into the ground and telling them, well, this and that and the other, it's your opportunity to help mend a broken wing, because down here you're broken. You've got a lot of problems, a lot of issues. So anyways, guys, this is actually this will be the first of 2 videos that I'm putting out today. I got an interview you should come over to Patreon for, but with that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. You know how to help the channel: like, subscribe, share, hit that bell notification, leave a tip in the tip jar, come on over and join the Patreon family, or you can get some of the gear that's down in my affiliate links. Everything's in the description. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.